2023's heat was unprecedented. It made life miserable and sometimes deadly around the world. We saw a devastating drought that resulted in food insecurity across the Horn of Africa, torrential downpours that killed thousands in Libya, and Canadian wildfires that blanketed much of North America. Though these types of extreme weather events happen from time to time, scientists found that they were all exacerbated and can be made more frequent by climate change. The worsening problem is not just something our grandchildren will have to deal with. It's happening right now, and it's changing the foods we eat, the places we inhabit, and how we survive. Just last year, top climate agencies like NASA and Copernicus agreed that 2023 was the hottest year on record. An ever-increasing amount of greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and methane were the culprit. Humans have been spewing these gases into the atmosphere for centuries.
In the Cessnock colliery, they burn coal to win coal.
We've dug up billions of tons of coal, then oil and gas to fuel empires and economies, and cleared swaths of forests for agriculture and livestock grazing. As people exploit these natural and finite resources, greenhouse gases are released into the atmosphere. They then blanket the earth and trap the sun's heat. Over time, warmer temperatures change weather patterns and lead to unusual events in nature and environmental degradation. The world is now warming faster than ever before, and governments are trying to cap it. Scientists have agreed that to prevent the worsening and potentially irreversible effects of climate change, the world's average temperature should not exceed that of pre-industrial times by more than 1.5 degrees Celsius or 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit. And in 2015, nearly every country in the world pledged to try to stay within that limit in what became known as the Paris Agreement. But on average, Earth has warmed about 1.2 degrees Celsius since then, and scientists say the window of opportunity to stay within the limit is rapidly closing. In 2023, average global temperatures hit 1.48 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial times. But it's the average that matters when it comes to the Paris goal. So, is it too late to completely stop climate change? The short answer is yes. But there's still time to prevent all its cascading effects, as every 1/10 of a degree of additional warming comes with exponentially disastrous effects. Scientists say prevention would require immediate, rapid, and large-scale reductions in greenhouse gas emissions. That means a drastic decrease in burning fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas, which produce carbon dioxide. Late last year, nearly 200 countries agreed to move away from fossil fuels by tripling the use of renewable energy like solar and wind by 2030. It's too early to tell how that's going, but it's clear that renewable energy infrastructure has seen major growth over the years. Some scientists have also proposed nuclear energy as a replacement for fossil fuel plants. That's because nuclear reactors don't produce carbon dioxide while operating. But skeptics say nuclear technology can involve safety, security, and environmental risks that other low-carbon energy sources don't, like the creation of radioactive waste, which is hazardous to human health for thousands of years. Many nations are also prioritizing lower methane emissions. Methane, or natural gas, is a super powerful greenhouse gas, more potent at trapping heat than carbon dioxide. It's responsible for about 30% of today's global warming. Last year, 50 oil companies representing nearly half of global methane production pledged to reach near zero emissions and stop wasting natural gas by burning it off by 2030. But environmental groups called the pledge a smokescreen to hide the reality that we need to phase out oil, gas, and coal. While we don't know what these new pledges will do to make a difference, we do know that renewable build-out and efforts to cut current and future emissions have already made a difference. We're already on the path to slowing down future warming, just nowhere near enough. But what we do know is that Earth has now broken heat records each month since last June. And as of January 2024, the world has experienced its highest 12-month global temperature on record, according to Copernicus. At this rate, the climate agency's director says that 2023 will probably be remembered as a cold year.